And we are back into the action once again. I'm going to be joining, actually, I'm going to go with Envy this time. So I'm going to let you go down to the Federation and cast your Complexity boys. And we're starting things off with Goonjar. I got to watch this, man. Remember, he finished 14-11 in that first round. Envy down 2 points. Goonjar, the new addition, picked up from TK to join this Envy squad. And at the start of Black Ops 2, at the start of 2013, barely anyone knew this man's name. I feel like he is going to be a big player to watch in 2014 with Call of Duty Ghosts.
I mean, absolutely. I think Goonjar is definitely one of the rising stars in Call of Duty. I think he's on his way to becoming one of the top 5 to 10 players in Call of Duty in general. And I mean, you've seen him a little bit in Black Ops 2 towards the end with TK. You know, he's starting to come into form. But I think with this Envy lineup, especially with, you know, leadership like Ray and Proof, and especially, I mean, Merc too. I mean, they had tons of great leaders on Envy. I think you're going to see great things out of Goonjar.
Yeah, MLG Dallas was his first event to play on an MLG main stage. Come at the end of 2013. His first time in a finals was versus Complexity. But the guy on your screen right now, Rambo, he's been to plenty of finals on a number of teams as we switch back to Goonjar after that Rambo death. And looking at the score, it's pretty even here, 14-14. And it looks like Goon is going to be pushing up to take over that B control, a very highly contested flag at the start, as it always is in domination.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. You know, B is so important in Dom. And it's important that once you get B, like I was saying before, you don't push up too much, because you can push up too much, and if you get a little bit too over-aggressive, you get 1 or 2 players down, and then they're able to hop B as 3 or 4 players. So it's extremely important, you know, just play the spawns consistently. You see the way Complexity's kind of playing right now, you know, just kind of hiding and popping out and picking up kills.
And we got Teep on your screen right now, and TP, of course, you can see he has C covered. They have B control with Crim6 sitting there. Talk to me a little bit about the strategy once you have that middle point secured. Where do you want to put your players?
All right, so once you have that middle point secure, you're going to want your AR to mostly watch that green street, and then you're going to have your submachine gun players kind of filter through that right side control, and you're able to get into the snake, and then what we call their movers. So it was what Karma was looking at right there to the right. You're going to want to focus your subs on the mover and spawn them at the A flag.
Now, where's the mover on his screen
like
here?
Right here, where he is mover.
That's the mover.
Yeah, so, I mean, there was 3 dead right there. You can see TP's going to camp their, like, mover area. And then you're going to want your AR in the back of Green Street, and he's just going to basically watch the server room, or he's going to watch to see if they push up that mid-hall to the B flag.
Well, right now, it looks like Envy, they need to get their stuff together, because Complexity is doing everything right now, up 50-33, and that is a big lead. If you think that we're in our first 3 minutes of this second round, remember, Complexity comes into this up 2 points at the half. Envy needs to come out at least 2 points ahead in this second round, currently down 20. And let's jump back on board with this Envy squad. Currently we have Goonjar trying to take some flags in the back. And he's just really trying to get this Complexity squad to rotate back. Goonjar knows he has to defend himself. Where's the pressure coming from? He has one teammate on the flag with him. He goes down. Merc is there. Let's jump back on board with Merc. Shots being fired. Can Merc defend it? No, it's Crim6 taking him down. In the meantime, his teammates are unable to take control of B, as it looks like that may just be a wasted push here from Envy. Still no control, and we have Complexity still up 20 seconds.
Yeah, but I mean, that was the best play Envy could have made there. You know, they tried to neutral to force Complexity to rotate back, and then they tried to take... They should have probably tried to push B right there. If I was Envy, if, you know, you had Goonjar over at C, he was able to take it. I would have put a player over on B and tried to pick up that B flag, and then try and just hold that 2 cap for the last, I believe it was 1 minute and 40 seconds. But, you know, it looks like this one is coming down almost being mathematically impossible for him.
Yeah, looking at the stats, the player to watch has been Crim6. I'm going to let you jump on board with him as we jump back on with Complexity. And Crim, he's been doing it all with the MTAR. And we want to continue to get your predictions throughout the night. Make sure your hashtagging isn't going to be envious, or will it be Complexity taking this best of 9 here on the ScufGaming Showdown. One player will walk away with that MVP controller, custom created by Scuf. And currently in game number 1, you got to think it's Crim6 at 17-8. He is going off here in the second half.
I mean, Crim is just... he's the dominant slayer, you know. At the beginning of the season in Black Ops 2, I mean, he was very good. He was a very good submachine gun player, very aggressive. And then as you saw the game just progress, he got more comfortable with just the Call of Duty game as a franchise. And I think you really saw him get into that main Slayer role and just really he definitely progressed through the season for us. You know, he changed as a player, and I think that was a big part of our success later in the year.
Well, let's take a look at the final kill. This one, it is the man himself, Crim6, catching Ray mid-jump as he finishes things off with the MTAR. There are your stats, 19 and 9, going plus 10 to seal the deal on domination. What a performance.
I mean, yeah, that was just a dominant slaying performance, and I think that's one of the things you'll see. I mean, out of our new lineup, I think there's a ton of versatility. I mean, you can make a case that Karma, Crim, and Aches are 3 of the top 5 submachine guns or ARs. So, I mean, you'll get a ton of different change. I mean, if Crim's playing super aggressive, he'll run a sub. If he's playing a little more passive and Aches wants to run around a little bit more, they can switch roles. So I think that's definitely one thing you're going to see change out of our team dynamics.
So 1 game in the books. Complexity is going to be your team in the lead. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, what do we got next?
I think it's going to be Octane on Search and Destroy.
Octane, Search and Destroy. Stay seated, ladies and gentlemen, and tell your friends. Complexity, Envy going on right here. It is the ScufGaming Showdown on MLG.TV. We'll be back in 2 minutes.